Hey, what's up guys, CKid here, and today I'm going to be talking with you all about my top 5 features of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, which will be making an appearance also in my best phones for 2018 video that I will be dropping here on the channel pretty soon. Just thought about it. I probably shouldn't have told you guys about that yet. Oh well, it's out now. Let's go ahead and get started.
Hey, what's going on? This CKid, and I'm back with more hotness like a 3rd degree. Burn, you learn the words embedded memory. I'm giving inside tech, it's like a secrecy. Now this is where I was, and this is where I will be. By showing love and likes in the comics is basic chemistry. It ain't just a thought, this is what I foresee. Now hit that subscribe button right now and make reality. Let's go.
Alright guys, welcome back. Now before we get into this, major thanks to Samsung for hooking your boy up with this phone so that way I can give you guys my honest feedback about it. And no, this is not a paid sponsored video, but they are my peeps over there, so what up y'all. But still know that these are the opinions of my own and are not influenced by anyone. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first one. Number 1, the display. So this is something that we need to talk about for a second. Now, we all know that Samsung makes the best displays in the game. It's actually so good that it's the one thing that Apple just said, screw it, we can't construct our own that's this good. So let's just use Samsung's glass. But one thing that I don't understand is how they got this screen looking like a snack every single time I unlock this device. I mean, just look at how beautiful this display looks. Even having it on this camera here just doesn't do it justice. But what I don't understand is what tricks Samsung have up their sleeve that they're selling to Apple, because I'm not saying that Apple displays are bad, but man, they are just not as crispy looking as the Note 9. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's the better backgrounds that they have over Apple, but there's definitely a difference. Number 2, the camera. Now, specifically, I'm talking about the Pro mode. Now, I've had the chance to take several photos using this camera, some which I'll go ahead and pop up here on the screen, and some I've already shared with you guys over on Instagram and Twitter. Plug if you're not following me. But just look at the detail that you guys can get from this camera within these photos by having that Pro mode feature. Now, this is a feature that really opens this camera up on this phone to whereas you don't really need apps like Filmic Pro, which is a great app by the way, but being able to change your ISO, aperture with shutter speeds all on the fly, all while being a stock or standard feature, is a game changer. And for me, this is actually the first time that I'm thinking about not really having to carry around my DSLR professional camera because of features like this. Now, being able to adjust that ISO and shutter on the fly makes all the difference when taking photos at night even. Now, I know it's not the complete exact same as a DSLR, so don't at me over on Twitter, another plug, but it does start the conversation at least, which is why I've added this feature within my top 5. Number 3, the speed of this device. Now, that Snapdragon 845 on this thing, guys, is a beast at performance. Now, I know Qualcomm is soon hosting their event in Hawaii this week, and I can't wait to see what they will release next with possible 5G announcements and upgrading that processor. But to me, the Snapdragon 845 is legit. So if they're going to be upgrading that, then I really can't wait to see what they got, because the 845 on this thing had no issues at all. But I'm also able to play high intense games on the Note 9 with no distortion, as well as I'm not missing any frames either. Now, that's always my measure when putting speed and performance to the test on these devices. Now, I don't really care personally about Geekbench scores or anything like that. I personally want to see how it performs when I'm doing the daily things that I love to do, like my morning Instagram stories, another plug, and make sure it can handle it with no issues. Now, I have to make sure that I can play my high performance needing games and see if it can handle it without dropping frames mid-play. And let me tell you guys for sure, from my personal experience, Qualcomm is over there doing their thing, because this is perfection all packed together in this phone. So salute to Qualcomm. Number 4, the S Pen. Now let me get this one out for this one. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I was hating on the S Pen, saying that I didn't see the need for an S Pen or stylus for those that are not familiar with what the S Pen is. Well, after playing with it for a while, I definitely gotta take that hate back. Now, the reason I'm taking it back is because mostly those thoughts were aimed towards and directed to the older versions of the S Pen rather than this new one. Now, this new one here is a dope redesign in my opinion. Now, I always thought that one of the things that was missing from the S Pen were its own features like it currently has, like being able to snap a photo with the press of a button. While taking notes, you can be able to switch back and forth from writing with it to an eraser, or just a whole slew of different features, with Smart Select being my personal favorite out of this whole list. Now, I might just have to do a whole separate video around how I personally use that feature on my phone. Now, if you guys are going to be picking up the Note 9 for yourself, or like some of you out there told me that you're going to be gifting this to your significant other this holiday season from my Rap Tech of the Month video I did, last plug. And if you guys haven't checked that out, I will go ahead and link that in the description below, as well as right up here on the screen for you guys to check that out, because it is dope. And number 5, and last but not least, I know to some people, including myself, it is not a huge deal, but it is still something I still personally appreciate companies who are not following a trend and sticking true to them, and that is having a headphone jack. Now, I do have a pair of Apple AirPods and a bunch of other wireless headsets, which surprisingly works really well with the Note 9, I have to say. But when I'm in my car and want to use that famous auxiliary cord that we all have in our lives that don't have Bluetooth radios, it is clutch when I want to cruise with my wife around town, listening to Christmas music or some slow tunes on a date night, some Boys to Men, Let It Snow to be exact. I digress. So Samsung, shout out to you for staying true to you and embracing being different. I salute you. Well, guys, that about wraps up my top 5 things that I personally like about the Galaxy Note 9, and sharing some of my top reasons why I personally think this is the phone for you to be able to pick up if you guys are wanting to upgrade this season or make a jump from another phone manufacturer to this one. Now, I personally like to swap back and forth between my Samsung and my iPhone XS Max because I think having both of these are a perfect match. Creatively and ecosystem-wise, I still need my iPhone, so that's why I personally still have it, but I've been using the Note 9 for a couple weeks now as my daily driver over the iPhone XS Max, and honestly, I haven't actually regretted it or missed it. So you guys can actually take that for what it's worth. But question of the day, guys, what is your current daily driver smartphone, and are you guys thinking about making an upgrade or a switch? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and hang out. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and help me out by clicking that like button, as well as if you guys want to become a part of the C Squad, then go ahead and hit that red subscribe button right there below before 2019 hits. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.